Hi creative friends, this is Freya and thank you so much for being here. So before I dive into this, my series, I just wanted to show you guys the absolutely delicious, luscious, you guys, look at this. It's just my dictionary page that I put into a tea bath. And I've got a whole bunch of other scrumptious pieces of collage, but because it's winter and I have to dry them, over the course of a couple of days, like in the summertime, I can just put them outside in the grass, in the sun, and they'll dry in no time flat. But this is just a little bit of a more tedious process. Totally, totally, totally worth it. But yeah, I am just absolutely loving it. So I, crumpled it up a little bit and just look at this, you guys. Like it looks aged and just perfect and luscious and delicious. And I'm already thinking of 100 million ways to use this. Like, oh my God, look at this, you guys. Ugh, I just can't even, okay? Anyways, you guys, I just wanted to tell you that I have mentioned this before, but if you go onto my Instagram, I have story highlights. So I do post photographs and captions of, like, say how I made my tea bath, like in detail, like what I did, etc., with pictures, and I post them on my stories, but the stories only last for 24 hours. And what I tend to do is I save all of them under my highlights. So if you go to my Instagram and you look under my highlights, you'll usually find it like under art process or art inspiration or anything to do with art. Like I've got a ton of highlights, honestly, you guys. I just yeah, I need to kind of like tidy it up and kind of categorize it in a more cohesive way. But over the years of me having Instagram, I just kind of tend to save all my highlights in different folders. So, but anything to do with art, and you're gonna find like my art related stuff. So yeah, oh my God, I'm just so in love with that. But anyways, I'm in love with this too, actually. I looked at it before I turned the camera on, and there's just a lot going on that I can replicate, that I can learn from, and that I can take it into other parts of my art journal or other projects, and I can either morph it, I can keep it the same, or I can birth like entirely new things. And that's a great thing about, jumping from this project to that project is, I made a video, it's called oh my God, I don't even remember what it's called, you guys. I'm so sorry. It'll come to me. But I made a video about it. The cross-pollination of ideas. And that's exactly what it is. And that garden analogy is just so appropriate because that's exactly what it is. So you do something here, and then like a little bee, you'll take something and you'll take something and you'll take something, and then you'll go into your next project, whatever that might be, and you plant it in there. And because there's something different in that project, it's going to change what you take, and so it's a cross-pollination. Anyways, let me just dive into this here before I just run off on my my just rambling on. So basically what I want to do is, honestly, I don't think there's a whole lot I want to do. I kind of have the idea that I want to add like a moon over here. Like I'm really, really feeling it. And I want to tighten things up a little bit. So, you know what, before I start, let me just bring this up closer. So just so you can like look at it and just see the color fields, the interest, just all the stuff that's going on. Like it's just really textured, layered, luscious, delicious. Like I love it, you guys. Okay. So anyways, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tighten things up here. And like, let me see. And I don't want to make it like too stilted. I want to keep some of the looseness. So I'm going to try not to work on it like too much. Like, yeah, I want to, I want to make things a little bit tighter, but I don't want to go like overboard. Okay. And I'm just going to use my pen, actually. This is just a regular pen that I use to write with, I think. So just kind of keep it, oops. Okay, I gotta kind of fix that. And I think I want to like kind of make some kind of a line here for the hair, because for the outer part of the hair, I'm just going to leave it. Like, I'm not going to mess with it. And I kind of like that loose look. Now, I do want to like make some lines over here for the shoulders. And like so. And because I messed that up, like I messed the nose up with the ink of the pen, like it's smudged, so I just want to kind of just fix that up a little bit. Not too much, because I don't want to get like too tight. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to put a moon in here, and basically I'm just going to see like a size, and I think this is a good size actually. It's just my, let's see here. Yeah, I think that'll be really good for the moon actually. Okay. And I think I want to use mostly a neutral, like a white, but I want to add just a little bit of yellow. So maybe even some gray notes here. Okay. Now, I am really happy with this moon, you guys. Oh my goodness. Now, I do want some white in the moon here, just to give it a little bit of dimension, so it's not like a cutout, like it's not like all flat. And let me see about the hair. So I know I said I wasn't going to like, let me see here, you guys. I don't know. I know I said I wasn't going to do anything with the like outer, like this part of the hair, but I think I need to like, just kind of like, let me see here. I think I do need to make a little bit of a line here. I think I need to make just a little bit of a line, like so. Oh, I've got to give her some eyebrows too, you guys. She has to have eyebrows. Well, she doesn't have to, but let me see. I'm going to put some eyebrows here. And one of the things I'm kind of really working on in my 100-day project, besides the palette and the values, like the limited palette and the values, is I'm working on like not having to put in every detail. Like that's kind of what I've been doing for the last few, you know, however many of my portraits is I'm just like trying to get more of a looser kind of a feel go on. So that's kind of interesting. And I left like a lot of the background for her hair. And you know what, you guys? I think I'm just going to leave it and call it done. I'm really digging it. And I'll bring it up closer. Like I love my moon. And, you know, when it completely dries, I might like come back to it and add some words or, you know, just some like marks or something. But I think for the most part, it's done. And I'm actually really digging it. I love the, you know, the fantasy of it, like with all this like here. So when you look at it, you don't know like what that is. Like, is it a sweater? Is it kind of like, you know, like some mystical kind of part of her? Is it symbolism? And just juxtaposed with the more kind of serious parts of her face and her hair, like with the fantastical parts. I'm really, really loving it. And also too, like I noticed that I'm starting to use more purples, and I credit that to me you know, trying out this Royal Violet, which is it's a darker purple. It's not like this color purple, but I was looking through some of my old highlights a couple of days ago on my Instagram, and I was reading, this is like from 8 or 9 years ago, you guys, and I was reading, and see, that's why I do save all my highlights. I do save all my stories in my highlights, and this is why it's so important for me, because I can look back, not only in my personal life, but like I can look back and I can go, wow, yeah, and it clicks with me in a different way. But one of the things I wrote down in one of my posts is that, you know, every so often I will just go to an art store or wherever, and I'll just pick up a paint or a art material that I don't generally use, like whether it's a color or whatever. And I have a problem with using purples. Not that I don't love it, it's just difficult for me to kind of figure out how to use it in my color palette. But I picked up this Royal Violet, which is a luscious, luscious purple, as you can see there. And I've been using it, and I used it in my I did a still life with I think I did a still life, and I used it for the shadows, and I'm getting more comfortable with using purples now, and that's really exciting to me. So yeah, like if you know, want to pick up an art material or a paint color that you don't normally use, like you shy away from it, it can really kind of jumpstart your creativity and inspire you in new and wonderful ways. Anyways, you guys, this is the end of the series. I'm really loving it. And if you have watched all the way to the end, thank you so much. I hope that this series has been inspiring and informative, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.